Let's make slow stitching fun today, shall we? So you go in your craft room and you have your project, but you're kind of feeling like I'm stuck in a rut. Do you ever feel like that with your projects? Whatever it is you're working on. Same old thing, same old thing, same old thing. Okay, so I came up with a list of 7 things that we can do to make our projects fun. And you can apply this to anything that you do, whether it's junk journaling, slow stitching, scrapbooking, embroidery, whatever it is, card making. Today's video, we're going to make slow stitching fun. So each Sunday, I'm going to come up with a new theme, and I'm going to come up with 7 new questions for this scavenger hunt. So let's get started. So the first scavenger hunt question is find something or statement that makes you smile. So what in your stash that you're going to use that's going to put a smile on your face when you're working on your project? For me, it's this word stamp that I came up with, gentle thoughts of you. That makes me smile. And because I know it's going to make my friend smile. Okay, the second scavenger hunt clue. Notice a color that brings you peace. So out of all of the items that you picked for your project, what colors or color brings you a feeling of peace? For me, it's these beautiful earth tones, the blues, the greens. Think of the blue sky, green plants. That's the colors that I love the most. The third scavenger hunt clue. Spot something in your craft room that you're thankful for. So for me, it was my curtains. I love the beautiful butterfly design, the leaf design. It brings nature indoors for me, and I love nature, and I'm very thankful for that. So I am very, very happy to have many, many things in my craft room, but this is one that I'm thankful for. The fourth slow stitching scavenger hunt clue. Think of a person to make something for to make their day brighter. So I've already made a needle book for a friend of mine, and I just need to mail it to her. So this is the beautiful needle book that I made her. And so I'm going to be sending her this. I've shown it to you here on my channel before. Number 5. Find a texture you enjoy. So it has to be something you're going to put in your project. So the texture that I enjoy in my projects when it comes to slow stitching are the laces. Those to me, I love all the different textures of the lace. Some can be soft, some can be a little bit more embossed feeling, open weave, crocheted. They vary so much. Okay, number 6, use a tool that makes crafting easier. So what my go-to tool that makes crafting easier for me when it comes to paper crafting or the slow stitching, fabric crafting, are my Fiskar scissors that have the little spring action. These are a lifesaver on your fingers and your wrist all together. If your hand strength, arthritis, pain, anything like that, using regular scissors are very difficult. If I had to cut things with these all the time, it would not be a pleasant thing. But these scissors are definitely, for sure, that makes my crafting easier. And our last clue in our slow stitching scavenger hunt game to make slow stitching fun is to take a moment to reflect on what you accomplished that brought you joy today. So, for me, it was a lot of things, but already today I can say that just, it doesn't have to be something to do with the project. It can be anything in your life. And it was watching our cat play and run today that brought me joy. Absolutely was hysterical. She was, I guess, in one of those kitty cat frisky moods, because I'm not a cat person, so I really don't know their behavior. I thought something was wrong with her. She's dashing to one side of the yard and dashing to the other side of the yard. And then she finally plopped down on the patio and went sound asleep. And I said, oh, she was just having fun. And then a little neighbor's dog came to visit her and scared her half to pieces out of her little slumber world. And she dashed and ran to the backyard somewhere, and he lost her. And then she got up on top of the picnic table. And I was like, what in the world made her run like that? And then I look out the window and saw him, and I go, oh. So I shooed him on back home, and then I looked for her, and there she was on the picnic table. And I said, it's a good thing he's a little doggy, and he's pretty dumb because he didn't know where to find you. But it was so funny. So that brought me joy, was just watching her being a playful, silly kitty. Okay, so there's the 7 questions. If you want to pause the video, go back, play them again, collect your pieces, and then get started with me. So in this video, I'm going to show you some stitches that I like to do, and then I'm going to add to the Slow Stitching page. So this is going to be a soft book, and I'm going to start gifting this size soft book, which is a 4.5 by 9 inch approximately soft book in with customer orders, and all the details on how you can get one will be in the description box below. That's all I'm going to say on that. So the stitches that I want to show you today in this video are a French knot and I think it's called a pistol or pestle stitch. I'm not sure what's the proper pronunciation. Okay, so when you're going to do this, to make a French knot, you first decide where you want to place it, and then you take your floss and you wrap it around the needle 3 or 4 times. And then generally you pull that tight, and you're holding it there, you're holding the other piece with your, against the needle. Put the needle, I put it just close to where I was, I don't put it back in the same spot. And just, you know, close by. And then push your needle through, still holding this other side tight, and then pull that through, and there's your French knot. Just a little circle, just a little knot of thread. Okay, so now to make this, what I like to call, it kind of looks like a little flower to me, really, is what I think. All right, so let me think about how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to go right above it a little bit. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to wrap it around, but 3 or 4 times. I'll do it 4. And then you're going to decide how much of that stem really do you want. Keep holding this one tight. And then you're going to pull that through. Yeah, when I do 4, it's too much. I gotta do 3 next time. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you see you have that little bit of a stem, but then there's your little knot at the top. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. They're just adorable. So let's do a few more. Just decide where you want them. You can group them in a little cluster. Just going to go around it 3 times this time and see if that is a little bit easier for me. Holding that tight. Pull the other side through. There you go. Okay. Just that cute and easy to do. Okay, so now I want to come up here to this corner. I'm going to put a French knot, and then I can move that needle out of the way. Pin out of the way, not a needle. All right, so first we're going to put a French knot in this corner. 3 times around, hold that other one tight, pull it over, Isn't that cute? And we're going to do another little, yeah, I should have enough there. Okay, so let's see, where do I want to do this one? I'm going to come into this letter of the H. Okay, so I went around at 4 again, so hopefully I will be able to pull that through. There, I did it. Lost it. Okay. Isn't that nice? Look at how cute that looks. So you can just decide what stitches you want to incorporate. Find a few that are your favorite, that are decorative, and then master those. Notice I didn't use the word perfect. And then move on to another one. Once you get a few down pat, then you can move on to a few other ones. And before you know it, you'll have a good 5 or more that are your favorites. Okay. Needs a little longer piece. I'm going to save this for another decorative. That would be cute on a cluster. I hope you enjoyed that little scavenger hunt game that we played to make slow stitching fun. It's just something new to make things, you know, change things up a bit, you know. Isn't that always nice? Sometimes change is good, and in this case, it's something that I think is definitely good, and it makes it fun. So, Linda, if you're watching, I know you're still not feeling 100% yet, and you're feeling a little rough still, but to make things more fun, because you're trying to get back to your slow stitching, maybe try these 7 things with your slow stitching projects. And let me know in the comments if they resonated with you. And I really appreciated her. She found something on Instagram about gratitude scavenger hunt game. And then she posted that, and then that's what inspired me to come up with a scavenger hunt game just for the slow stitching today. Because like I said, I had a scavenger hunt game last year, or was it the year before? It was actually the year before. And I got away from it. Could have been last year. I don't even know. Now it's like everything's a blur. So I said, you know what? I need to get back to having fun with my crafting, and this is what I came up with. Like, yep, this is gonna work. All right, so another pistol stitch right here, or pestle stitch. Pestle, whatever. Maybe I'll give it a new name. I don't really like that one. Pestle, I kind of like. Pistol, I don't. I don't see how pistol is the right term for it. I mean, that's my opinion. Somebody may have named it that. Maybe there's a flower like that. I don't know. What I thought about when I saw it was, what is that flower? I did one here on my channel, but it has like little not barbs, like little, I'll have to go through my thing and find it. Anyway, I think I'm going to put another French knot over here because this is like wanting to gap, and I don't like that gap. Not a thistle? Maybe that's what it is. A thistle. That's what it's reminding me of. learned how to draw a thistle seed flower bud from another watercolorist drawing channel years ago. I don't remember who it was because I'm not into that, so but I like to draw. So it was like I was in the mood at the time and I said, oh, I like that, and I learned to do it. And what else did, oh, I did a dragonfly. Obviously that was like that I was drawn to, but I love flowers, so then I said, well, yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Okay, yeah, I don't want another pistil there. But I do like the French knot. So now I'm going to go way down here in this corner. Let me see. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Let's go here on the O and do a French knot on the O. So instead of having the thread underneath go all the way down here, it's just going to go right there. 3 times around. Hold this one tight. Pull that one down with your finger. Okay, so I want it to go into the O. I'm going to pull this out over tight. I'm going to hold it with my thumb. And I'm going to pull this through. And there you go. Okay, see? Cute. And then I'll do it in the O for of. I might do it in the O for you. Now it went from here to here and then there to there. And then it would bounce over there, and then I was going to come down here in this corner. Okay, there. Pull that over, hold it with my thumb. Pull this through. There you go. And over here to this one. And you can do it in different colors. You don't have to do it in all in the same color. I just don't want to change the thread. Floss. I don't know why I can't with thread. Floss. So I'm just, for demonstration purposes, I don't want to take that extra time. So I'm just kind of speeding it along. Okay, so there you go. And now one more over here in this corner. Don't think I will add another one of those pestle stitches. I will just do a French knot. Or I may do that and not do the French knot. Let me see. That might be what I'll do. Okay, 4 times around. Come up over here. Pull this through and hold it with my thumb. Go. All right, I think it needs one more. Come right here at the base. Really hard time pulling that through. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, let me tie the knot off in here and then I can really take a look at it. There we go. So if whatever stitch you want to practice, use that stitch and just, like I said, keep practicing it over and over and over. That stitch I know very well, so, and I really don't want the whole thing filled with those, but I do like the way it turned out. I think it's really cute. So you continue on with your practice stitching, whatever that stitch may be, and I could do another stitch on this section, another stitch on this section, and another stitch on this section. And I definitely will use different color floss for that. Now this particular piece here, because it's that color, I'm thinking that I do like that. Let me see how that would look. It will stand out for sure. Save that little scrap. And I'm thinking, what would be the appropriate stitch for that section? I mean, I could just use a straight stitch again. I could do a back stitch possibly. Let me see. All right. I want to start incorporating and trying to show you at least 2 stitches per video, and ones that are not common, that we don't use a lot. There's some basic ones that we use a lot. So those I think you should already have down pat. So I want to try to just start incorporating some ones that we don't use all the time. I know the chain stitch, the lazy daisy stitch, that can give people trouble. So let me try that one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just use a straight stitch first and anchor these corners. And then in the middle of it, let's see if I can incorporate a chain stitch. I hope your Sunday is going well. That's the day I'm recording this, but whatever day you're watching it, I hope your day is going well. I'm going to leave the pins in here. Okay, so now, okay, so this outline right here, so that actually that stitch that I've just been doing is what they did right here on this. But I want to, and then this is like a huge lazy daisy or chain stitch. I've got these little, I don't even know what they are, ants of some sort. I mean, I'm talking they're itty bitty little things. I don't even know what they are. Somehow they came in on this stuff I've brought from my mom's house. Okay, so we're going to go right here. And I want to outline that stitch. So we're going to come up, let me see, I think I'll go over this side of it. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, wait. So then I want to go right next to it. And then I'm going to come up here, wrap my floss around the back of it. So think of a blanket stitch if you know how to do a blanket stitch. Ouch. Pins everywhere. Okay. And then I don't want it to grab that pin head. Okay. Oh, it's going to do it. Kind of getting in the way. It's like it's a little too big. I don't want it to be there. There we go. I'm going to have to get you out of the way. Okay. So now and then right over the top of it is where you put your needle, and that will form that petal or the chain stitch. So lazy daisy and the chain stitch are, to me, the very, very same thing. Oh, this is getting caught on this. Okay. See how pretty that is? Look at how beautiful that turned out. So I'm going to use that stitch on each of these petals to emphasize this flower. Very, very pretty. But I'm going to put this pin in this direction and get it out of my way. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Straighten them up. Okay, so I'm showing you how to do the lazy daisy, because a chain stitch is like in a row. You just do that same stitch in a row. But a lazy daisy is in a flower formation. So I'm going to do it over here. right at the base of this petal. And then I come in right next to it, go up to the height that I want the petal to be, take the opposite side of that thread, go around the back of the needle, okay, pull it, and then form the petal to the shape that you want. You can stop it anywhere you want. You can make it really skinny and narrow, or you can make it a little fuller, whatever you want. And then pull it down. I want it inside the shape of the flower petal there. That's there already. And then pull that down. Ta-da! Look at how pretty that is. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous. So a little thinking about what you're doing sometimes, especially when it comes to adding the embroidery stitching. I know slow stitching is very much of a mindfulness practice, but in this case, if you don't stop and think it through, your stitching will not come out looking as nice. And this is really going to look nice. So like I said, I'm already following the same flower petal shape that's here. So that's what's making this so much easier. And I'm fitting it within that petal shape. So there's 3. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Okay. So again, I'm starting on the other side at the bottom of that little pestle French knot stitch. On the other side of it, here I'm going up to the just to the base of that petal shape. Okay, the opposite side that's not in the needle eye, take the thread that's not in the needle eye, go around the back, pull it forward. Of course, like I said, in my case, down to the shape of that petal, go right behind it. Okay, right there. There you go. Oh, look at how beautiful that's looking. Isn't that nice? It's all blending in perfectly. I love it. Just amazing. Okay, so you're getting the idea of this. So there's 2 stitches now that you've learned how to do. Actually 3. So you've learned the French knot. You've learned the pestle stitch. Somebody tell me how to pronounce it. I'm going to Google it and say, how do you pronounce this? And then the lazy daisy stitch. So there's 3 beautiful stitches. And don't forget to check the description box to learn how you can get a free gift with purchase little soft book with your order. All right, so stay safe, keep creating in the sunshine, and I will see you in the next video during the week. And then next Sunday, we're going to be doing another fun scavenger hunt with our junk journals. Okay, bye-bye.